Put back here with FM26. We haven't got a big patch or anything. Had a couple players come back from injury. Crystal Palace plays a weird formation. Decided to play Scar here. She's going to get pissy if I don't play her more often, and she's got pretty good crossing and pace, so she does a good job there. Let's see what formation they play. So we'll go in hard on the wing backs as always. We'll tightly mark and press these guys. And this formation is kind of weak on the wings, right? Like they only have one player out wide, and if they move these two out wide, they're really in the middle. They're weak, so I'm going to do something for us as soon as I can. Oh, I chose the wrong one there. I'm going to do a couple things. First of all, they're playing pretty far up the field, so we can go to more direct. I'm going to go not that. Oh, hold on. I'm not done. I want to go up the flanks. So we're doing that. Supporting runs. Let's go wider. And we'll progress through both flanks instead of balanced. So with all that, that's to break down what they're doing, which is they have one here, 3 here, and then some people in the middle. So maybe by pulling it out wider, we'll expose them. And by progressing up the flanks, we'll be going against them. Okay, well, we have 3 tall players. Can you hit Clara with this? Not quite. Priscilla took it down outside the box though, and Waldy, who is a defenseman. Oh, but Izzy, the human highlight reel. The ball fell to her. Waldy took a shot, which, you shouldn't do that. You don't have good finishing. But Atkinson comes back into the box just in time to get this bounce off the crossbar there. And volleys it into the net. What a goal by Izzy. Oh, they're getting a highlight. Oh, no. No. Okay, good. Once we came off a center because we'd scored a goal, and I came down right here and I hit a shot, and there was backspin on the ball. It hit the crossbar, bounced inside the net and out, but pretty quickly because I hit it. I kicked the ball very hard all the time, so Yeah, off the bar, inside the net, and out. The goalie grabbed the ball and rolled it forward to center because the goalie knew it went in. The defenseman started walking back to center. Like, everyone knew it was in except the fucking ref, who never blew a whistle, and the linesman, who apparently never didn't keep up with me. I was pretty fast. And didn't see the ball across the line. But they knew the ball was in. And after the play continued, they were all fucking laughing. And the ref just let the play continue. It was the most frustrated I've ever... Like, that was insane. And I'm not expecting goal line technology in, like, junior soccer, but... Come on. Everyone, like, you could infer that it went in the net just based on their response. Here's Cato with a cross. They have some, like, this person is, like, tall with 18 jumping or something. Woo, boy. Ooh, ball. Well, that was very, 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 very close. Oh, and they get one on the throw-in. Son of a bitch. And she's going to put it to Cato, who's going to put a cross in. I don't like that person, whatever Vandermeet put it to, was onside. Like, you should push up there to put that player offside. This is a long fucking highlight pack for this team. Oh my goodness. Maybe this is our highlight. It's not stopping. The highlight's not stopping. Is this our highlight? Way over to Scar, who pops the ball way up in the air. It's not going to anyone. Rolls off the field. Should that highlight have stopped? Are we getting a throw-in highlight? We are. I'm not watching the full game, I promise. This is quite the journey. Corbin plays it over. Scar heads it wide. She's not great at heading the ball or anything. I would have liked Lavonga to hit that, but she was nowhere close. And another highlight just a couple minutes later. Goalie kicking it way down the field. We should get this ball, and we play it forward to Kitching, and Kitching plays it to Scar, to Finn, to Kitching, who puts a direct ball over, and she plays it forward. Priscilla, is she onside? Yes, she is onside. What a ball by Clara. What a beautiful pass here. That was a great pass to Lavonga. And then, is she on? She's offside. I'm going to go ahead and say that goal shouldn't count. But fuck it, I'll take it. They need to put it in. They used to have a setting in here, and I've said this on previous episodes, but if you haven't watched them, there used to be something in here where you could tell them to show key offsides, like whether it was off. They would show a line across the field to show whether they were offside or not. That was probably offside. Maybe they don't have VAR in WSL2. Maybe they don't have VAR in WSL1. I don't know. I haven't played it there. There's Priscilla taking a shot. She shouldn't be doing this if it's like doing a cross. Yeah, she took a shot. That really should have been a cross. It was far enough away from the net that was not probably going to go in. Having said that, she hit the crossbar. Again, you don't miss the net, you hit the crossbar. It's always dramatic. I'm going to assume they did that intentionally. They started with the ball, so this should be my highlight, but the AI doesn't play by the same rules. It feels like a shot from outside the box coming. And again, crossbar for more drama. You don't hit the woodwork this often. We did get the ball. Is this our highlight? I don't know. Can we have another terrific pass? Here's Lavonga doing the run this time. Over to Izzy. Izzy kind of misplaced the ball. Keeps it in. That looked like it was out. And then you got a wide ball out to Scar. She can't head the ball in the net, but the goalie saves it. It goes right back to Scar, and she can finish, though. Oh. Did you see what just happened on the... If the replay shows the... I want to see if it does that again. Did you see her leg? Slow that down. The goal celebration by Scar. Let's see if it happens again. She's like Mr. Elastic. No, it didn't go far enough. Go back and play that slowly. You know what I'm going to do, though, is this is... we're playing well. I don't know if I want to change anything, but I'm going to let them... Tempo standard. We're playing positive, and I'm not going to change that, but... waste time. I'm going to do that. We're 3 up. I'm going to put this down to the choices I made to counter their formation at the beginning of the game. So when you see their formation, and if there's any weaknesses in it, like playing wide here, they don't have any wide players, maybe give it a try. I don't know if it makes a huge difference or not, but whatever. I tried it. Yeah, gotta say that. Everyone's in decent shape. We're going to have some players get tired around 60 minutes probably, because we did play a game on Saturday. And we do have a couple of injuries and players that don't play very often playing right now, so their game sharpness is down. It's not like they're not getting chances, though. It's just they've had a couple unlucky ones that just haven't gone in. A lot of pressure on us right now. One thing I could do is just go to cautious. It would be beyond the bounds of reason for them to score 4 goals in the last kind of like 20 minutes here, but oh, of course no one stepped out to get her. Wow, Scar is in the defensive box. She's a forward. Wow, okay. Okay, we have a bunch of players that are sucking air. Westrup is not doing well. We're going to throw Corbin for O'Hanlon. Finn for Roberts, okay. Atkinson for Jones. Let's do it. Get some fresh feet out there and see if that helps us counter this attack that they're doing here. Mind you, I do want them to score a goal because I don't want to pay clean sheet bonuses, so I'm not disappointed if they score 1. I don't want to see them score 2 here, though. There's still a lot of time left, 20 minutes probably. Oh my god. That was super lucky. I do wish kind of that had gone in, but there's still enough time left for them to score a goal. And the highlight is not over? So our goalie just gave the ball away though. But Kitching got it back here. Luvanga played a ball that got intercepted. Okay. But that was a good idea. It just wasn't going over that tall defenseman there. And then they just kicked the ball down the field, and O'Hanlon got her head on it, but no one was there to receive it. Napier, that should happen. That's what happens when you go down the side of the field, and there's too much running down the side of the field in this game. Too bad. Oh, well, it didn't continue. Why'd you show that to me? Crystal Palace hasn't played bad. They had a couple very unlucky breaks, though. So the score should probably be 3-2. And if you think Priscilla was offside on that one, like I do, then maybe it should be 2-2. Is somebody really sucking air there? Yeah, Kitching is. Brown is also. Offside. But they did get their head on the ball. And nobody there was able to, like, protect that. Well, there we begin our FA Cup journey with Crystal Palace got insanely unlucky. We scored an offside goal. I'm pretty sure that one was offside. What do you mean nobody gave us a chance for it? Yeah. Why wouldn't you give us a chance? Who didn't give us a chance? They're 5th in the WSL and we're number 1 in the WSL 2. Like, they're 5th in the WSL 2, I mean. And Atkinson did score against her old team. Yeah, we're not gonna win. Yeah, we changed our tactic to deal with that kind of stuff. All right, and we got 35,000. Oh, we're in debt by only 46. If we win another FA Cup game, we'll be out of debt. Part of this debt is from things that are not on the wage budget. Staff also go here. They don't go on the wage budget. Now is the time I have to think about re-signing Priscilla. Do I let somebody take Priscilla? It's 235 grand. She's probably worth more than that. If I go to the squad and I look at Priscilla, it's gonna say she's worth only this because that her release clause is 235, and it says she's at her cap, but she's 21. This stuff's gonna keep going up. Again, don't couple down arrows. Like, this is not real. Like, don't look at training and go, "What? She's going down." This doesn't mean she went down by 1. It just means no line goes straight up, right? Okay, so don't worry about it. Marking and tackling, I can see them dropping slightly over time because, of course, she plays striker, and having those at all is unusual. But getting the ball back when it goes to the other team, right? So, and pace shouldn't be going down. She just played a couple games in a week, so her training, this is training. She hasn't done very well in training, but she played 2 games in a week. Star player means they expect to play in every game. You don't want too many star players on your team. Unless it's the starting 11. It's fine if it's the starting 11. So, yeah. Do a little save. I definitely don't want to crash after that. Crystal Palace got very unlucky, and we scored an offside goal. So we have a game in a week. We'll do that. If we win this next game is halfway through the season. Half of our 22 games. Oh, so she signed her new deal? And it was a 1-year deal. So that's important because she's great. I love her in this league. I don't necessarily want her beyond next season. And next season our goal will be to not get relegated. It's not a great goal. But that's what the team's going to ask for. Fight against relegation or whatever. I would like to finish mid-table or something. But the best result would be to get into Champions League for the next year. So if you are I don't know how many people play in the Champions League in England for the women. But that would be the goal. Is to get to play Champions League. As I've said before, the Champions League football in England and Europe, you get massive crowds for the women. It's really great to see. And looks like it's keeping the match reviews in, which is great. That raises. I'm going to take this out and go to defensive shadow play or something like that. Oh, we're doing defensive shadow play there, so let's do attacking shadow play. Just match practice really lowers your physical everything, and just these 2 games and then a match practice here and then that, I don't like that. So we are going to get another game thrown into our schedule here because that was FA Cup. So Atkinson has developed to use her tremendous pace. Oh, that's all very old stuff. Okay, look up here. And she's getting forward whenever possible. So it looks like all their traits that we were trying to get have gone through now. After the next game, I'll go back through and see who's not working on one, and I'll think of what other traits I want them to do, and I will do that off screen because it's kind of boring to watch me think about things. And I do have some players playing. Do we have anyone coming back before this game? We should. At least one. Maybe Gomez won't be able to. Oh, maybe. O'Hanlon is out. Send home when they're ill, because they can be in a situation where they get the rest of the team sick if you treat them at the club. And someone wants a loan for Kitching. She's honestly kind of too important for us as a really good sub. But they're going to pay a fee. At the end of the season. So at the end, she's signed for next year. And what they're going to do here is they're not going to pay any of her wage or anything because they don't have wage budget. But they're going to give me $25,000 for her. Now, if I change this at all, if I bump this up to something closer to her mid-range, so it didn't fuck up. I got a couple thousand more bucks. I think that this is probably good for her. And it's a chance to get something for her. Because honestly, she's not... She plays a position we don't play. And she's not as good as McInnes. So having her on the bench for McInnes when we have... I think we can just go get a better player. With our $500,000, and now we get $25,000 for McKinnon, like for her, $27,000. I'm going to do that. And then after this next game, I'm going to offer Priscilla. Am I going to? I don't fucking know. Do I want Lopez? I would say, yeah. So I can offer her a contract for the end of the year. If she's out of, like, if they're not going to offer her a contract before the after next game. I'm going to do a couple things after next game, and then I'll go over them in the next episode, because again, watching me think, like right now I'd have to go look at the short list, look at all the players I know about, which isn't a lot because I took away the scouting budget. I don't see any point in scouting WSL2, which is what you can do with the minimum budget. Next year we'll scout WSL1 with that same budget, because you scout your league. We do kind of automatically scout to some degree the teams we play against. At least they show up on the player search. So we played Man City, for example. So now all the Man City players will be on the player search. And every team we've played in our league, they'll be on the player search. So you don't really have to scout your league. Scouting your league is more important when you play with attribute masking on. But I play with attribute masking off, because with computers these days, and if you've watched any football, when the players take their jerseys off, And the women have this too. Basically, their sports bra, and the men wear something similar, has a lot of electronic tracking in it. So it tracks your average speed, your sprint speed, like your max speed in the game, your distance traveled, your couple other things. Basically, your position on the pitch is tracked by this as well. So it knows if you play in position, out of position, how far you roam side to side, that kind of thing. So yeah, there's a lot of data in there that's useful for teams. And you may not know they're jumping and stuff. Like, so there's certain attributes that should still be masked, but you pretty much know their pace, their work rate, their strength in a particular position, maybe, that kind of thing. Other things that are tracked and easy to determine is their marking and tackling. Maybe not marking as much as tackling, though, because tackling is when you go down for the ball, so a slide tackle. Or you attack somebody and take the ball away. So in this game, they don't have takeaways, but tackling incorporates takeaways, right? In hockey, they track takeaways because they don't have tackling. They have hitting, so it's a bit different. But here, taking the ball away would be a form of tackling, even if you don't slide tackle them. But if you shoulder check them, which would be involved in the tackling here, and take the ball away. So you can track quite a few different things in real life. So having attribute masking off is unrealistic as well. So that you're kind of half in, half out. Some attributes should be masked, some shouldn't, based on the technology we have now. So I play with attribute masking off because you should know. You can go look it up. Our under 21s play really well. I wish there was a league there. And here we go, our press conference for our last game before Christmas and signing a few other players. Let's look at tactics. Gomez is back. Gonna put Scar in though for Lavanga here. She's not as good. Having her off the pitch is not going to make us a lot better. Lavanga's better than Scar, I mean. So yeah, it's just a thing where Scar hasn't gotten pissy yet about not playing. And I don't want her to, so I'm going to play her in this game. See if I can sell her at Christmas. Nobody's going to be able to buy her in the transfer window. And it's nice to have Gomez back. She gives us a better chance to win than either of the two much younger people we could put there. Well, no, they're not much younger than her. They're just much less talented at the same. Gomez is a wonder kid, right? So I think she must be 20 years old. Yeah. So plenty of upscale in there still to go. And this looks good because McInnes is injured. I thought they took Kitching on loan, but she's still here for now. So whatever, we'll play her there. Or is that Watson they picked? I have no idea. Let's look at what they're playing. They are strong with 2 defensive mids here. So let's go here. We're on the DRs and we're gonna go hard. We're going to tightly mark all of these people. Just all of them. But not tackle them. Is that all we want? It wants us to go in strong on people who are going to be in the box. And your players don't. Your players will go in strong on them then, even if they're in the box, and I don't like that. So, praise is justified. Here we go. Let's go and let's see if we can stay top of the league. I want to see us do well here. No obvious changes I want to make to our system based on what they're doing. See if we start getting kicked, whether we start getting caved in or not. I'm not sure where Ipswich is in the league. Here they have a goal kick. We also have a blue uniform that we play sometimes, but here we're in our traditional red and white, the Sunderland colors. And Brown got her head on the ball there. And what a ball to Scar. Can she put it over to Priscilla? And Priscilla can put it in the net. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Thank you, Scar, for that. And that was a great ball forward. Really good ball forward. And Brown getting her head on the ball there over Thomas, who's taller and with better heading probably. And then a beautiful ball to Scar. Atkinson, Finn, Priscilla plays it out wide to Gomez, who is just back from injury and is a little rusty. So, gave the ball away unnecessarily there. What are they going to do with it? This should go in. Yeah. So, her name's Shooter after all. Yeah, ouch. And that's so much for tightly marking players, but there you go. And they are crushing us, actually. Not cautious, but let's go. Yeah, cautious. Let's go confirm changes. When you're getting caved in, I see no obvious way to break down their system here, so I'm just gonna say, well, just wait for your opportunities here. What a throw. Scar lost it, Pitaline is there. Kitching, Priscilla, Scar, beautiful, nope. And she was offside, okay. The Vonga's not on the field. There's very little chance of this going in. But Westrup did get her head on the ball, not in the net though. Beautiful run by Atkinson up the line. And then beautiful finish. No, what? Who was offside? Again, I want them to show that with the line. I want to see who was offside because Atkinson was pretty far down the line. I don't think that was probably offside. We should be losing this game based on the stats. Nobody out wide to get that, so just continually cross the ball in. Nobody in the middle to get that. Waldy should have got her head on that. And another highlight right away. This kind of sucks. I don't like getting a lot of highlights, but we need a goal, so I guess I want some. Oh, Gomez is always open. The wingers are always open. It's not always just me. And what a beautiful shot. What a beautiful shot. Our two Brazilian wonder kids connect there. And where's she shooting from here? Yep, she's far enough out to pick the far side. It's when they pick the far side closer to the net there than she was where I'm like, go near side. It's a higher percentage play. So we started with the ball, means we're probably going to lose it. Yeah, again, she was way offside there. That counted in the last game though. I mean, be consistent. Oh, what a ball. You have Scar coming in a bit late. Atkinson's on the reload. What a chance. And it's still going. There's Brown. That's a yellow card. It's not a vicious one, but that's a yellow card. Atkinson putting the ball across. We don't have Clara on the field. This is probably not going in, and Westrup is really close. Ooh. 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 Scar has played long. You just have to play them for 60 minutes, and I know that this is a bit of a risk making a change for no reason, but oh. That's not offside because it went off their player or something. I don't know. I feel like she was offside. Let's look at this. I'm not sure why she wouldn't be considered offside if... Oh, Wilda's putting her onside, yeah. Okay, so she was onside. You can't always see all the players on the pitch in the highlights, so... Couple people gasping for air. Gomez out for Blades. Atkinson out for Jones. And let's go. Corbin heads it to Atkinson. This is your last play. Can you do something exciting out on the field here? Plays it up for Priscilla, who went out wide. You've got Kitching is going to take a shot, and I've told her not to. But that would normally be McInnes with a much better finishing, so... Alright, here's Jones coming in for Atkinson to take a corner. We do have Lavonga on the field here now. And Waldy's on the far side. I wouldn't have told her to do that. Looks like Lavonga got her head on the ball, but it didn't go in. Somebody blocked it there. And Finn now. Our last round of subs here we have 2 subs left. Roberts, get out there, and Rabajon can go in defensive mid. I want to play Marvel Heroes Online, but it's not at the 1 patch. It's coming back. I'll stream that when it comes back to 1. They're not gonna... No, I'm not gonna change time wasting right now. Here's our captain making a good play there in the middle. Blades coming down. And Priscilla gets her head on the ball. What a cross by Blades. And Priscilla gets her head on the ball. She has a goal bonus in her contract, so I hope that doesn't hit the goal bonus. Here we go. And Priscilla can head the ball, but she's not super tall. But yeah, she doesn't have great jumping. She's kind of in the middle sphere, but ball hit her in the head, and she has decent enough heading to head the ball sometimes. So, wow. Nice win. After that 1-1, and they were kind of on the front foot there for the first few minutes of the game. That's when I changed it to cautious, right? I'm not sure how much the mentality plays a role in the game. Like, I don't have all the stats. Oh, Waldy got injured at some point there. I didn't notice that. But I didn't see an obvious way to break down their... Like in the previous game against Crystal Palace, the formation they played was weird. They only had 2 people out wide, so I told us to go down the flanks and do some more direct kicks because they were playing very far forward. They just basically had 3 defenders back in the middle and nobody else back. So change your tactics based on what you see on the screen. But this opposition, they didn't have any obvious weaknesses. So I just trust my formation. But the game started and they were kicking our ass in terms of shots on net and everything. And we were about 20 minutes in. I don't panic in the first 5 minutes. Whatever, I don't do anything. But cautious means your team's going to just focus a little bit more on defense and switch more into slightly counter-attacking style. So defensive doesn't mean your team's not going to do anything. It just means they're going to play on the back foot instead of front foot. And if you watch enough football, you know what I mean. Just gonna focus a little bit more on defense. But that but they're going to counterattack, right? We have a good counterattacking team. We have good pace on our team. Not Roberts, obviously, but some other people on our team have pretty good pace. So you can counterattack. And that's what you're going to do in cautious and defensive. So Birmingham tied or lost? Didn't they have 25 points? Am I making that up? So Priscilla had a couple goals there, including one there in the last minute. Fantastic. And we're unbeaten in the league, but not... it's not counting our league cup games, or maybe it is. 5 games since our loss in the League Cup, I guess. Priscilla in top form. Yep. All good. And Birmingham didn't change, but they didn't go up. In any case, we're in great shape here. Oh, she got a hat trick. Okay. All right. She's probably very happy. So, no, she's only pleased. So, yeah. Normally when you're winning like the league and stuff like that, all your team is very happy except the people who expect to play and aren't playing. 5 to 9 days. Well, we're off for 10 days or something, so she'll be back in time for but her knee, that kind of sucks. Oh, and we put them into the relegation zone. Awesome. So we get WSL2 here in the league table. Newcastle being that low is very surprising. They're a good team, very good team. Teams I normally don't see up this far are Bristol City and Nottingham Forest. They're normally Crystal Palace and Newcastle are up there. So this is slightly unusual. This is like my 11th time trying to play through the season. This is the first time I got Clara. I picked her up a little later in the summer. So maybe her work permit issues were solved then, because you have to spend a certain amount of time playing for your country before that. Maybe she hit her 3 years. All right, well, I don't have a lot more to do here without me just mulling at the screen and humming into the microphone or whatever. So that's it for today. We are moving on in the FA Cup. That was a nice game, but again, it was against Crystal Palace. We could have easily drawn a WSL 1 team there and not had a good chance. But Crystal Palace, we should beat. They're lower in the table. We've had good results. There's 30. We have 28 out of 33 possible points. So I'm quite pleased with our season. We obviously sucked it up in the League Cup, where we lost to Newcastle 3-2, and then lost to Man City, which was never going to happen. What did we lose? Yeah, that's where we were up 2-0 and lost 4-2, 5-2, something like that. So, or maybe it ended up being 5-3. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, you were up 2-0. But against a really good team and you're the underdog, 2-0 is not a safe lead by any means. So, yeah, we're doing well. Anyways, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Sunderland women's team, we're doing quite well. And next year we can be in the top ranked league. What does that mean? it means nobody's going to say no if I go to offer them a contract. Probably, maybe a couple. But the problem with WSL2, you're 14th league, so anyone in the top 13 above you has a better chance of signing a player than you, because players want to play in the best league. Good players want to play against the best competition, right? So here this year, Priscilla's the highest average rating, but when when I played her consistently, when I didn't have Lavonga, I played Dell and Scar back to back. I would just switch them out. And Dell had an 8.4. 8.4. 8.4. And still, nobody picked her up in the next transfer window, because nobody has room. I've complained about that many times. I'm not going to keep going. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. And yeah, so other games I play EU5, but they just did something to trading, and lots of people are complaining about that right now. So there's a big patch today. They didn't really do anything to India. I still had to restart 18 times. Oh yeah, I kept restarting and I still haven't found a wife. So I gave up. And given the trade thing that just happened, well, you have a trading company in Orissa. So if they really nerf trade, that's their only way to make money. So I don't really know why they would go ahead and nerf trade like they did. They had all of the beta to do that. Right? There was like a 2-month beta where everyone that couldn't play the game because they weren't streamers, they gave copies to all the streamers. And the streamers were talking about how good trade was later in the game, but at the beginning of the game you could make more money off your gold and this, that, the other thing. So they had a couple months to look at trade, and then it comes out and they nerf trade a few weeks after it comes out. It's been out for 3 weeks now, I think. And I get that there's a far greater number of players playing, but how many more people are streaming? And I get that there might be some people posting, oh, I make too much money on a trade, or posting how much money they make on trade. And Paradox does have a history. I'm talking about this I should probably talk about this in an EU5 stream. In any case, Paradox will nerf stuff if too many people are saying good things about it in the forums. That's why you really shouldn't shut up about if you find a strategy that works. Probably even in this game, you don't want... I'm streaming this, but... We're recording it anyways. The Sports Interactive will nerf stuff if they see too many. Like, the reason why you can't place your players on a throw-in is because throw-ins can be too effective. But if you watch football, and like Sunderland has it this year, where they have a good long thrower, a couple of them on their team, and every time they get a throw in anywhere in that, like from the maybe 24 yards or so out from the net, they cause absolute havoc in the box. And you can't be offside on a throw-in because the ball is not in play. So it's coming in from out of play. You can be wherever you want on the field. So Sunderland exploits the hell out of that. And I've seen them score. They've scored 3, 4, 5 goals this year from their throw-ins, going into the box or going way down the line to somebody who's going to cross it into the box. And in this game, you can't tell all your players to pile into the box for a good long throw. So, because too many goals were going in. But then if you look in real life, teams that have long throws, so Wrexham in their first couple seasons, they had, when they were down lower, to be fair, his best thing was his long throws. But they had a good long thrower who could just absolutely, he could throw the ball to the far side of the 6-yard box for a header. Okay? For a header. He could really throw the frickin' ball. And there's no point in going and getting a long thrower in this game because you can't tell your players to go in the box. And Wrexham would overload the box when he was doing the throw-in. So it works in real life. They don't want it to work in this game. So don't go bother getting a long thrower. Don't do long throws. You just throw the ball away. Because you can't tell all your players to pile into the box or tell them where to go in the box because they nerfed that. So, yeah, anyways, that was a bit of a rant after I said I was going to quit. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm going to save and exit. And go have some lunch, and then I'll come back later and do some stuff off screen for the signing players and doing their traits and stuff. And maybe I'll go over something if I do something shocking there in the next next stream. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll stop recording. All right.